Hi, everybody. This is Lynn and Millette. We are so happy to have you on board listening tonight to what has totally changed our lives. We are living in Noonan, Georgia. It's cold here, but not as cold as it is probably where you are. Anyway, we found this amazing patch um, about 3 years ago. And my friend Cindy had called me, and I just didn't call her back because I just knew I wasn't going to be interested in whatever she had to say. And so at the time, my husband for 18 years had been suffering from a neurological nerve issue. And he just said, please call her. What if this is something that can help us? And so after she called a couple of times, I finally called her back and she introduced us into this wonderful, wonderful product. So we'll tell you a little bit more about that issue down the road. But right now, we are so blessed to be on board with this and so blessed to be here with you guys telling you our story and the little bit of a story that we know about this X39 patch. So here you go. Have you been patched yet? So that's what Cindy asked us. She said, have you been patched yet? And I said, I don't know what you're talking about, and I'm not sure what it is, but if it'll help my husband, let's hear about it. Um,
Yeah, well, the amazing thing is David Schmidt, the CEO and the inventor of this patch X39, uh, he's got 200 patents. He's a scientist, he's an inventor. That's what he's always wanted to do his whole life. And he's always wanted to specialize in age reversing.
wow.
In 2008, David focused his attention on the stem cell research. And this is how the X39 got brought to us. It took him about 10 years, $4.5 million to bring it to market. But wow, what a great offer we've got.
I'm not seeing that. There we go. This is so amazing. Patented technology. So when people ask us about this, I mean, we're sharing this with people because we want to help them with their health and well-being. And so when they ask us about this, and like Guy said, 200 over 200 patents, he's very humble. I think he now has over 300 patents. But phototherapy. The benefits of phototherapy are elevating your copper peptides, including the activation of stem cells. Did you know that stem cells are all over your body and they go to all your different organs? And that's one of the things that help us retain our youth when our stem cells go back to being at a younger stage. Because think about when you were young, when you would heal so quickly and you were falling down and your knees healed up. Well, now we after 60 don't have stem cells, activating stem cells. So now, as a result of wearing this patch, we do. So this is how it works. I had never heard of this, and maybe you haven't either. But phototherapy, what is that? It's really light therapy. And so what we do is we wear a X39 patch. It's a patented nanocrystal. It's not confusing, and the biggest thing is it's non-transdermal. Nothing goes in your body, no stem cells, no drugs, no chemicals. It just is a reflection of light. Think of your light and energy in your body bouncing off this patch and returning the light and energy to your body and healing your body the way God intended. The benefits of X39. So, one of the benefits of X39 that I saw, and you may too, it's the optimum health and wellness. As you're aging, I'm going to be 79 this year. Hard to say, but I will be. And I'm just feeling like I have improved my health, and it also improves your strength. I've noticed strength improvement, stamina improvement, and healthy energy flow with no drugs and stimulants. You're not putting anything in your body. I call it a natural reboot and a youthful energy. So that's what I say. I know we're going to the next slide, which will be um, the long-term results, which I think Geet's
Yeah,
going to tell you about.
that's what's so amazing. This is X39 has long-term results for the studies and everything that we've gotten from it. 4,000 genes begin to reset in your body, and your brain becomes more balanced.
Thank
Uh,
goodness.
I'm telling you, I'm going to be 82 this year. And before I got this patch, I'd leave the kitchen, go to the bedroom, couldn't figure out why. Now, don't have that problem anymore. And collagen, that is one of the biggest things. And this increases your collagen. And I have had some heart issues over the years. And now my heart is the best my doctor's ever told me it is. And he told me I was the only patient he had that was going into his 80s in as healthy as I was. So that was really good to hear that.
So I think Cindy's going to be popping up the slide on how to wear the patch. Um, you just wear the patch wherever you want to on your body because your patch, you're going to wear it for 12 hours on and 12 hours off. I wear my patch on my sleeve, on my wrist here, uh, benefits for me be able to show people what we do. But you can place that anywhere on your body because the patch is not going into your body. If you understand, the patch is a magnet for your body's energy and your body's energy and light. It's going to bounce off that patch and it's going to start rejuvenating and helping repair your body. Well, for us, and we'll share a little bit of this maybe later, but the testimonials are emotional and life-changing. For us, when we were introduced to this, Guy thought maybe he was going to be end up being in a wheelchair. So we'll explain a little bit of that to you later, but right now, just understand that this patch is more than just the regeneration of your stem cells. It also can be life-changing, which it has been for us. Oh, this is it info and this is it team. Guy, tell them a little bit about this is it team and how you're going to explain that.
Well, this is it, team, is how we learn to do this business. Every business that you get into, the majority of them are some type of franchise and duplication. And you have to have some training and repeat training and constant training. And this is what This Is It team does for us. And the amazing thing is that it costs nothing. And when I was with Goodyear for 49, I don't know, it's way too long, over 40, over 40 years, we had to have training. Every month I paid Goodyear $1,500 for the training system that they had, and it was excellent, and it allowed us to be successful. But at $1,500 a month, you got to be successful.
And I think we jumped ahead a little bit because I think this slide is more about this is it info. A lot of people want to take a deep dive, and we have been blessed, as Guy said, to have a system that doesn't cost us anything, that our upline actually Cindy's sister and brother-in-law have provided us, but this is an info, is a deep dive. It will answer any of your questions that you have about this product.
And LifeWave has been around for over 20 years in 75 countries. And when we first got involved, it was about somewhere around, I guess, 300 million. When X39 came out, it was 20 million. And then This Is It team got involved and it went to 300 million. And then the following year, 400 plus million. And last year was 600 million. And this year we're pushing, I'm sorry, last year we're pushing over, I think, over $1 billion.
That's amazing.
It's just an amazing company. The growth is unheard of.
And so this is showing you the revenue and the growth of the company, and it is ranked number one. Lifeway is ranked number one in all of direct selling, and so we like that. We like being in a number one company. And this is the most amazing things. If you guys are listening tonight, if you are interested in any kind of stem cell innovation, we have just been awarded the number one breakthrough company in the globe. And biotech has nominations from 15 different countries, and thousands of companies have been nominated. So when you have somebody said, well, I've got to do some research on this, let me tell you, this company has done the research. So this is really a very prestigious award. We didn't have this when we got started, but I want you to know that now all the research and has been done by the biotech breakthrough. So what's important in your life? Guy and I, we were just in our prayer time the other morning, we were talking about, as we said, I'm 78, going to be 79, and he's 80,
One,
going to be 82. And so we said we had this little pie of our life left. What do we want to do? What's important to us? And really, what's important to you? Is your family time important? Your security? Do you want to travel? You know, for us, it was better health and lifelong longevity. I knew that word would come out, life longevity, because at 70, I was awarded a grandchild. And then now we have three grandchildren, ages 2, 5, and 8. And that's what we want. We want to have family time. We want to have financial security, which we didn't have because we owned a business, a brick and mortar business. Gail mentioned that in a little bit. And we had to get rid of that business because of some unfortunate health issues. So now we have family time. We have better health, less debt, and what do you want? What are you looking for? Here's the key.
well, this is my favorite part of explaining this business because I was a business owner. I worked for corporate Goodyear for a long time, and then I saw I wanted to be my own boss. And I got into the business. Goodyear said, we'll help you out. They helped me out all right. They told me I needed $250,000 to open my first store. I needed inventories. I needed employees. I needed all kinds of stuff, and it all costs money. And I tell you, it works. I mean, if you follow training systems and you follow what they teach, and that was part of my job. I used to teach store managers and assistant managers and service managers and supervisors and so on. And that's what I did at corporate. And when I came and did it on my own, it was fun. But boy, it cost money. LifeWave's business, it's a very low start cost, maybe at the most a couple $1,000, or as little as $300. You get a 30-day risk-free trial. Now, Goodyear would never give me a trial to see if it works or not. If I didn't like it, I would lose all the money I invested. You make your own schedules. Well, I kind of did that with Goodyear, but we still had to follow the system.
But wait, he made his own schedule. That was from
Half days, half days.
7 in the morning till 7 at night
Well,
when we opened our
that's
business.
half days. And it's got a 20-year track record. LifeWave is so much better to work as a business. And I can tell you the income with LifeWave can be just as good as the income I had with Goodyear.
Okay, so current problems. The market's oversaturated with illegitimate products, financial struggles, poor health and wellness. And here's LifeWave. What Guy said is we opened a tire store. And I mean, we put our life on the line for that tire store. We had to mortgage everything we had, and we had a partner, and we wanted to be in business for ourselves. And LifeWave offers us a patented phototherapy technology and offers a duplicatable business model, which we'll talk about, optimum health and wellness. We went into Goodyear because Goodyear had a name. We wanted a reputable product. I suggested Guy's Tire Store, but he didn't like that. I thought that would be kind
I
of
don't
fun.
think that would have worked too well.
That way we wouldn't have had to pay all that money. So in our business here, I mean, you can by just sharing. Now we shared our business with other people in our Goodyear business, but we had to pay to do that. We paid a lot of money for advertising. We paid money to join different clubs, different organizations. Here, all you have to do is share your product and your business with other people. And you can make, just by sharing your product, you can make from $1,500 to $25,000 a week. I mean, I thought that was pretty incredible. I didn't understand it, but I understood that that was a possibility. And I know that with the right marketing, meaning you telling somebody else, you can possibly make that money.
I can tell you one thing. I knew a lot of Goodyear dealers besides myself, and none of them earned $25,000 a week. None.
And a lot didn't earn $1,500 a week. So after that, let's see. So we're going to go to the business launch bonus. All right, so here it's as simple as that. You may be saying, okay, I just want to know about the product. I want to hear about your testimony, but let me just show you that what happened to us is that's what I said. I said, Cindy, I'll be glad to look at this product and I hope it will help my husband, but don't ask me to even tell one soul about it. And so that was my attitude. But guess what happened? My husband started feeling amazing, and our next door neighbor came over and said, Millette, what are you doing? What are you doing? How come you're out here doing working in the yard? And so we started sharing it with people. And in the first very short time, we shared it with two people on our right side and two people on our left side. And basically, they were asking us because they could see that we were feeling better.
They could see us, especially at church. All the people I knew at church, when they saw me walking into church again, because I couldn't go before, it was impossible for me to get to church and to stay for an hour or more. It was impossible. But all of a sudden, they see me at church and they're wondering what's going on. And I'm standing up straight and I'm walking and everything
Yeah.
else. It was amazing.
Yeah.
So it wasn't hard to get two on each side.
And when you do that, they have a new program. We didn't have this, but if you just share with a couple of friends, you can get $25 a week for 8 weeks. That pays pretty much for your product. And that's what we were looking for. We didn't get in looking for that, but we sure found that pretty quickly. I don't think we have ever paid for our product, have we?
I don't think so. We came right out of the box. We helped enough people to pay for our product.
And if you get just two more people, you get $50 a week for 8 weeks. That's $400. So that really would be a nice way to start sharing the product. And like I said, we did not intend to share. You may not, but we had people that came to us and asked about it. So here's a mentor matching bonus. Now, you may not understand this, but this company allows you to share with people. And then when they share with people and they would share with people, you can actually go down 6 generations here and earn a percentage of all the business in your volume.
It's just like getting a commission for selling tires.
Well, not quite. Not quite.
Well, it's in the same process. I mean, that's how we made the extra money at the store.
This is a lot more fun.
And it's a lot more money.
A lot more fun and a lot more money. Oh, this is
Duplication. Again,
his favorite subject.
this is my favorite subject because back in 1970, when Goodyear hired me and I got involved, they taught me duplication. And that's how we want every store we have to be identical. And we had to write a manual with all the information these store managers would have. And it was duplicatable and they had to follow the rules. And it worked. That's the amazing thing. Duplication works. And this is what we do. We duplicate ourselves in LifeWave, and that's it. That's all we do is just share and duplicate. And we have This Is It team to help us with that.
That's the most amazing thing. This is a registration form. You can call it whatever you like, an application. And all you have to do if you want to become a brand partner, the person who invited you here will show that. We wear a patch. You see, she has a patch right here. You can wear it wherever you want to on your body because remember what I said, your light and energy are going to bounce off that patch. Nothing, and this is really important because my granddaughter is 5 years old. She's been wearing the patch for 3 years, and that is another story for another time. But I will tell you that I would never, ever put something on my little 3-year-old granddaughter if I thought anything was going to go in her body. So here we go. So if you want to become just trying the product, let's say you were like me and you said, I'm going to get the product, but I'm never going to tell anybody. You might want to do this first thing. This is called a sleeve. I have it in a fancy packet, but it's called a sleeve or an envelope. You get a whole month's worth supply in this envelope. And so that'll take you for a month. The product is $98 a sleeve. Well, we figured, well, we probably should save a little money. So we went up to a different level. In the advance, you get 6 sleeves. For 2 people, that's 3 months each, or 6 months if you're one person. And look, you're already saving almost $10 a sleeve. The next is Advanced Plus. This is a new program that they just put in, and you can get 11 sleeves for $9.75, or the most popular is 20 sleeves for $17.50. You're bringing the product down to $87.50 a sleeve, but the best news is you're going to have a lot of product because what happened to us is people said, "What are you doing?" And then when we told them, they said, "We want to do that, but we want to start right now." So if you do that 1750, you're going to have some extra sleeves, not to give people, only to loan them until theirs come in.
This reminded me of what we used to have in our store as a service called Good, Better, or Best.
That's right.
And it's really, look at, you got 3 choices, and it's 4. And you can do it all the way out, or you can get started and see what happens.
And it's really interesting because we did that good, better, best. And we very, very rarely ever sold the good. And a lot of times we sold the best, but we sold the better most of the time. So if you want to be on a one sleep subscription, that'll help you keep all your business volume and your points. If you will choose to be on a two sleep subscription, then you will have all of the money and all the points. If you're building the business, that will keep it in queue so that you'll get paid for that. And if you do the 1750, then you don't have to do this auto ship to keep your points and money in queue for 3 extra months. So it's a big savings. Oh, and this is where I thought we were going before because it
Yeah.
was talking about this is it team.
The,
And
the training that was so dominant when I was with Goodyear, and it's with any business, any duplication business,
right,
Subway, McDonald's. I can go through all the franchisees, and there's thousands of them in this country. And it's duplication is what they do, and they have to have a training system.
right.
Without the training system, you can't make it work. And that's what I learned back from 1970 all the way through my career. And this is it team is right there for all of us. They have everything you can need and have to build this business. And the cost is
Is
nothing.
nothing. And
Other than conventions, you have to help cover the costs and get yourself there. But heck, the conventions here cost Lynn and I don't know, maybe $1,000. I'm not sure. But when I went to Goodyear, it was 3,500 for a
right.
convention.
And you know,
And
we had to pay for this system that we had prior to, and I don't want to elaborate on that too much, but we just want you to understand what you have in your hands because I don't think if you've ever looked at owning a business that you know what you have in your hands. And as we mentioned, this is at info.com is a deep dive. It's probably the only dive you need. It has every single thing you can think of on there. So now's your time. What do you want to do? Do you want to stick your toe in there? Do you want to save a little money and order a little more product so that you can share it with people? Just take my word for it that people are going to ask you because they're going to see either that you have more energy or more vitality. I had a lady the other day and we met actually at Wally World at Walmart, and said, "Well, how old are you? Because you look really beautiful." And she said, "Well, I'm 72." And I said, "Well, I'm going to be 79." So it was so much fun because I really do feel that this is the age reversing for me. So I don't know how you will feel. So here you do. Here's you go. Before you put your head on that pillow tonight, I would go ahead and choose a package. What package looks good to you? What fits your budget? That's a decision you have to make, but I wouldn't wait. I wouldn't wait on this. We build our business with people underneath us and volume underneath us, and I'm so glad that I didn't wait. So we do have some disclaimers, and I love this about LifeWave. LifeWave is a very compliant company. We have a president, or I mean, a inventor, David Schmidt, this is his lifelong dream. So he wants to make sure that we tell everybody that there are no guarantees in life. So this isn't intended to heal or cure anything that you have. When we tell you our story and about how we found this and how the healing has helped us, it's not meant to share with you that this is going to heal or cure you. And I believe that I was going to say, I believe there's another disclaimer. And LifeWave doesn't promise you or guarantee you any income regarding it's only the work that you do. Like I said, when we keep going back to when we opened a business, we had a major, major investment. We put our life on the line, and guess what? We had no guarantees that somebody was going to walk into the door or that somebody was going to buy one single tire. So we are not saying that you are guaranteeing you, but we will tell you that just like us, if you share the product, the rewards will be there.